Hello everybody, welcome to the Subarashiki Hibi playthrough. So we've just learned that Riruru is Ayana, which, okay, I was kind of surprised yet kind of not. I was surprised because I just didn't expect Riruru to be the same person as Ayana, but at the same time it doesn't surprise me because they always had reasonably similar motives. They always had the intentions of driving Takuji to becoming completely delirious and obviously becoming the person who has somehow transcended humanity. Somehow, I mean, how that is even possible and how the hell that has happened, that is something we have yet to find out. But yeah, I do wonder if we'll ever find that out. I really hope we do. But yeah, it's been really quite odd recently. It really has, and I just wonder what's going to happen, because what I like is that you kind of have an idea of the groundwork of what's going to happen, because obviously we've all played chapter 2 before reading this, but at the same time you don't, because you know what's going to happen and yet you know nothing about the behind the scenes of that event. So you know which events are going to be revealed to you in terms of, I don't know, just what Takuji thought at the time. We know barely anything about what's been going on in his life and what causes him, for example, to go to murder, because that is going to be a change that we probably will be seeing in quite a bit. But, well, either in quite a bit of time or maybe... Gotta love the swear words. I have never seen swear words on a VN background before, I don't think. This week's episode fucking sucked. Go to the eye doctor. Huh? 4 just randomly crossed out. Stupid shadow. Ah, that's funny. Riruru-chan. I love Riruru-chan. Okay. I love Riruru-chan. Her voice, isn't it? Die, you slut! So I love that just half of the background is I love Riruru-chan, and then there's just that. And obviously the drawing of Riruru, which looks surprisingly accurate. And it is as if she herself has drawn it, or maybe Takuji just has photographic memory all of a sudden because of the, I don't know, the fact that, well, it's not accurate to the bone, but it is quite accurate. Maybe his memory has been improved as a result of transcending humanity. Or I don't know. His memory hasn't been improved, let's be honest. There's nothing that's changed. Actually, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if his brain chemistry has or hasn't changed, because how can he possibly read minds and things like that? Things like that actually equate to reality, well, to the truth of what Yuki was thinking, for example. So it's really weird. Yeah, let's just reread this conversation a bit, because I just want to look into it a bit more. How did this begin? I just want to get just the summaries of the conversation, because I kind of forgot about a little bit of it, and just see if I can furtherly interpret it. Yeah, the truth. It is interesting. Yeah, but that is really interesting because the truth entirely changes your worldview. So there's obviously the truth. I love that he even tries to insinuate that. Let's be honest, Ayana can literally read the mind of Takuji. So I think he is always the one in danger, no matter how quote-unquote powerful he is. Oh god. Yeah, this is insane. I like that. Yeah, but isn't that interesting? Just such an otherworldly and unusual feeling he's getting from Ayana's eyes. Ayana, yes? What are you? Sweat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Imagine saying that to somebody. They just ask you who you are, and then you say, sweat. Yeah. Yeah, that is really interesting. Yeah, because Takuji, even though he has been in a godlike presence and he feels as if he has totally enlightened himself by discovering what was in the dark beforehand, I mean, it's really odd because, yeah, he's still afraid of the same things he was when human. He really, really does have. It's not as if he's totally changed. He still really has the core elements that defined him before in him still. But, yeah, I mean, that just goes to show that he's not completely been reborn. He's still the same person. His delusions are really, really exaggerated. It's just yet another thing that proves it. Yeah. Yeah, but isn't that interesting? Because this is exactly what Ayana said to Yuki in episode 2, I swear. No, yeah, because we looked at the dialectical stages of thinking that are described here. Yeah, but that's so weird. I feel like these are family members. So somebody who always goes to visit Takuji's mother, and also someone, or something Takuji has hid something from. Takuji's hidden something from a person who always goes to visit his mother. Weird. Yeah, but that is odd. Yeah. Yeah, but I can totally see this when you think about mental related things as well. If you think, for example, you beat yourself up about something. Let's just say beating yourself up about, I don't know, being incompetent in something. You could use that obviously as an opportunity to get better and make it so that that's never the case. Well, to be fair, your standards change, so you will always think you're incompetent. Because, I mean, for example, if somebody, let's just say video games, if somebody does something easy on a video game and then they call themselves incompetent, they're going to get better. But then when they're doing something really difficult, even if it's something really that they would have found really difficult when they were playing only really easy stuff, they'll still call themselves incompetent because they're not playing to the standard that they would expect because they're playing hard video games now. Yeah, so there's always something that you could deprecate on. So it's not really the best analogy, but at the same time, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're annoyed at yourself for being incompetent at something, maybe you just won't try it and you won't try to get better. I mean, that's just the ultimate stage of defeat, but it can happen. I mean, like, you forget how to do something and how to be good at something. Yeah, but maybe not the case with what I was saying. If you've given up on something, well, maybe you would want to know it, actually. I can't say that at all. Yeah, but that is interesting, yeah. Yeah, but it's really ambiguous. They try to dig it up after they've gone through all the trouble of hiding it. I mean, I just don't understand that whatsoever, because, I mean, yeah, sure, you've hidden death, but why would you dig it up again? I mean, I mean, okay, death is inevitable and it's something that's always going to happen to people. So, I mean, obviously they banish it because of the fact that when we're alive, we obviously can't die and want to prolong life as much as possible, but... Yeah, but that is odd. I mean, I suppose you could think they've tried to hide death, so then they try to cause death themselves, and that could be trying to dig it up. But at the same time, I mean... But yeah, it's because of the fact that they've, yeah, like Ayana says, put so much effort into hiding it. But they have to dig it up, that's the thing. That's the curse of humanity, if you like. Digging it up is inevitable. Because, I mean... You obviously hide death, but if it's happening to you or another person around you, of course you're going to dig it up. Or if you're having a horrible life and want to end it, of course you're going to dig death up because you just don't want to live anymore. So I think this kind of neglects all of the emotions that a human being may have. Yeah, but that is really interesting. God, yeah. You won't be the one to reach that. That's interesting. And this is odd. Maybe like a portal or something? Maybe it could be the case that in the episode 1 dream, I mean, I understand that it was a dream, but when we... Well, wait, no, I don't think I can say that. I was thinking maybe the train could be a... When Yuki left the train, maybe it could be a portal to another world, but no, I don't think that's the case because, well, obviously in episode 2, Yuki has her skull completely smashed. And I love that I think they are actually making it so that the photon belt conspiracy is true. I find that so weird, the fact that the sky is there. I don't understand that whatsoever. Wait, what? No fucking way. Okay, the end sky, I don't really get how you could put that there. If you can see the sky in a place that should be full of buildings and full of built up environment, does that mean the world never existed? Because without the world being there, the sky would be the only thing you could see. I don't know, that's really weird. The sky then, Tsui no Sora? Yep, you confirmed it. Right, yeah. That's really weird. Isn't that interesting? So maybe the end of the end sky is when you realise that the world isn't real, or what? I don't know. This is odd. Yeah, but that is interesting. The boundary line, I wonder what that is. But you can only... Well, she says that Takuji can only get up to the boundary of this world, so maybe that's the limit of the world. Yeah, but that is interesting. The fact that it's a game and she enjoys it. And I mean, it totally implies that she interferes with stuff more than we know about.
Yep.
Huh? Are you awake, Takuji-kun? Riruru-chan. Imagine Ayana not being weird. The Holy Surge. What the fuck is the Holy Surge? Has perfectly been tuned. Holy Surge. That's odd. Yeah, the hotline that connects the two of us. Could you imagine if what has happened is Riruru has directly modified Takuji's personality just so that he would become a god? Or maybe there are certain limitations that human beings would have that Riruru has been able to somehow change. That's weird. Anytime you think you want to talk to me, I'll be summoned. By the way, I really do wonder if this is Lambda's voice actor. Oh shit. Okay, just forget what I said because I might have accidentally spoiled a visual novel. If you know where it's from, you know where it's from. Oh fuck. I see, so... Was there something you wanted... Yeah, everything. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about? Yeah, isn't it interesting that Takuji has just totally forgotten about his godlike personality? He's just scared. He is nothing but scared. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Oh god, yeah. It was kind of hard to talk to Riruru-chan about Otonashi-san. Or rather, I didn't want to talk about her. Alright, today I saw the end sky. I know that. After all, I'm... the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. And also Ayana. Yeah, funny that she doesn't mention Ayana just so that he's less scared, even though he knows the fact that obviously Riruru is Ayana. Oh yeah, totally. You know everything, huh? I love how casually she says it. How many millions of years of knowledge did you gather today? Yeah. Well, I haven't reached the peak of existence yet. Oh yes, my favourite activity on a Sunday morning, I don't know. Gather a million years of knowledge. Yeah, but what I find interesting about this is the fact that, well, it's hard to tell if the millions of years is metaphorical or not. It really is. I mean, the millions of years could be something genuine, or it could be metaphorical because of the fact that, well, I mean, I suppose millions of years of knowledge, that just means a severely large quantity of it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've actually got so much knowledge that you couldn't even get that much in a million years. I mean, of course it's metaphorical, let's be honest here. But at the same time, I can't help but doubt it, because obviously this plot is on crack. But the day hasn't ended. That's right. Yeah, funny that. It's so that Takuji doesn't get scared. I wonder why. Well, she obviously really wants to maintain a connection with us. I wonder why she doesn't say anything about Otonashi-san. She should know I talked to her. Why? Riruru-chan. Well, this Holy Surge, even without it, she'd be able to read our minds, so, yeah. Actually, no, that does make sense as to why Ayana can read our minds. I think that the Holy Surge hasn't actually been completed now, and it's been completed way, way further back. That's why Ayana could always read our mind. But the only thing is then, that implies that there's a new element to the story, a Holy Surge, which can somehow be activated without somebody knowing. Like, for example, if the Holy Surge was needed for somebody to read the mind of somebody else, how could Takuji read Yuki's mind? Or maybe that could be the role of Ayana. Maybe she's interfering in the plot like that. I don't know. Maybe that could explain the mind reading, though. I'll explain it for you. About Otonashi Ayana. Does she sound pissed off here? Nah, not really. Oh yeah. Don't blame him. He should hear, if you ask me. I kind of want to hear and don't want to hear at the same time. Why am I afraid of her? Yeah, no, totally. Why am I afraid? God, she's serious. Is she scary? Yeah. That's because... Yeah, reasonable. But what is she if she's not human? Not human? Then what is she? How should I put it? She's... My dregs? What? Dregs? Imagine if that was drugs. What? Kind of like sediment? Sediment? It's like when stuff builds up in your sink drain. What? Oh my god, I hate that I can actually kind of see this. She's nothing, so... Don't worry. She's harmless. Really? Why is everything echoing? I hate that. I don't understand why everything's suddenly echoing. And obviously everything's ending with a really quite big hyphen. She's not scared. Wait, what? Hang on a second. I missed something. What the fuck? No. I thought that was me just hearing it incorrectly. Oh, that's fucking odd. That's really weird. What? My approach on what this is, stuff that builds up in your sink drain, it's as if she is the person that makes the plot build up, and eventually, obviously, things build up so much, and there's only a certain amount of building up the plot can do, like a drain. It can only hold so much trash, really, that everything will be clogged up. Unless the plot ends. I just think it's getting to that limit of what a plot can take, and then obviously we go to the next chapter. I can't believe this analogy actually kind of works, if that's the truth. I see. I know, this is so weird. That's right, of course she's not. I don't understand this, maybe so, but she... Yeah, but she makes me feel a little anxious. Like I said, believe in me. This is so odd. Yeah, that's right. If you say so, I'll believe you. But Takuji is Riruru at the moment. I don't get it. Thank you, Takuji-kun. I love you. What? Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. What is that? You're mean. No, that's not what I mean. Not what I mean. Thank you, Riruru-chan. Oh god. From now on, you should believe what I say. Of course. If you believe what I say, you won't have to worry about anything. Yeah. Right, Takuji-kun? Huh? Oh, that's really odd. Come on, no worries, no worries. Oh, yeah, no worries. I really was convinced of it just now. That's so weird. Yeah, it almost felt like I was forcibly convinced, actually. What's going on? Well, I mean, obviously, firstly, we've got to have the fact that Takuji not fearing Ayana and Takuji making sense of Ayana is essential for the plot to move on. But at the same time, I find it so unusual that Riruru has quite literally made it so that Takuji has become Riruru in order for in order to be forcibly convinced and his judgment just to be reasoned out by somebody that isn't him. That's so unusual because he may have made the decision to say all of these things, but at the same time, he was not himself at that present moment. I really don't understand that. That's so odd. I think Takuji is genuinely saying this. It's just he's not really realizing what he is somehow. It's such manipulation, it's hilarious. Yeah, but that is interesting though. Yeah, I really do wonder what believing what Riruru says is going to imply. I mean, my god, this is total mind control. It really is. She's just not human. Since you're human, you instinctively fear her. Ah, no way. I mean, there are so many more things. I mean, why did you give us such a bad and vague analogy of what Ayana actually was? Okay, the analogy did kind of work, but at the same time, the fact that Riruru didn't instinctively say, that's what I'm suspicious about. She's just not human. Since you're human, you instinctively fear her. But she won't do anything. She can't do anything. So don't worry. To be fair, we have never seen Ayana do anything apart from interfere with the plot and make it so that the characters have new ideas. She hasn't done anything. Why can't she do anything though? Why? Well, then again, I mean, well, the stuff about the game. Yeah, I can't stop playing this game. I don't really know. Maybe playing the game implies that she... Maybe she's just a spectator? Alright. Thank you. You understand, right? Of course I do. That's so odd. If that's what Riruru-chan says. What? This is any hospitality industry. People never stop knowing when to say thank you. Oh, what now? I understood perfectly. That's actually really unusual to think about the fact that yeah, this exists. Yeah. I mean, I just find it really interesting that gradually, the more Riruru has spoke, the more Takuji's thoughts have been kind of binded to what she finds ideal. Yeah, funny the fact that feelings like these, they aren't here. They are just completely forgotten about. I think that kind of shows, firstly, why Takuji was so convinced at the fact that he was going to become the saviour, and secondly, why in general his personality changed so ridiculously much. Let's be honest, Ayana or Riruru, you know, whichever one you want to classify her as, well, they are very, very responsible for the change of Takuji, I bet you anything. That's so weird though, because there are probably so many ideas that have been presented to Takuji, and he's not been in a sound mind to actually take those ideas into heart and truly consider what they may mean. I just want to see, with Riruru. So we've obviously got, yeah, what's up? Yeah, so we've got Riruru there. Oh, desk fucking, gotta love it. When's the first time we see Riruru? To be fair, we don't actually see Riruru until quite recently. This is the first time we see, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. Yeah. I'm the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. What did I just do? I'm the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. I don't know. I can just imagine her saying that in the most stupid voice, in some sort of really stupidly dramatic voice. Yeah, but that is interesting, the fact that Riruru can't do anything. Interesting enough about the fact that Ayana wasn't there at the end of episode 1. I wonder why that was. It is quite odd. After that... What? I spotted Minakami. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I spotted Minakami-san outside my house. Yes! Oh, shit. I remember this part when, obviously, Hasaki was seen. I hope we get some info on the relationship between Takuji and Hasaki now. Maybe Ayana not being there could be due to the fact that... it's a dream and the dream is ending, so she's disappeared into another reality. But at the same time, obviously, this is Yuki's dream. Why does Ayana have permission to be there? I spotted Minakami-san outside my house. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, I lectured her on the dialectical staircase and the possibility of higher consciousness. But that's the thing that is so weird. I mean, these are the ideas that are being heard from Ayana, but it's as if there is so much mind control and just blatant manipulation that is going on that things like these, they are being implanted into him, and then he's able to obviously teach it as if he knows what he's talking about. Or maybe it's not mind control and he's just genuinely interested in what he's been told. Oh, that's really weird. Held a doll as something watched us. just watched me. The something in her hands in rut all year long. What a pain. What? Hates me because I don't give sexual satisfaction. Oh, that kind of animal is probably the same as Otonashi Ayana. In other words, my enemy. What the fuck? What? Okay, this is Kagami and Tsukasa, clearly. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, right. That's what the Riruru-chan that aired today. That aired today is as if it's a fucking show. It's as if Riruru is live. This is the live Riruru-chan viewing session. Okay, that just sounds so wrong. Oh my god. I'm not encouraging porn watching. Please. Anime is what's right. Anime is a good thing. True, but like, what's going on now? Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So the more we get into this, the more we can see the Tsui, well, the entrance to the Tsui no Sora. Odd. So I'm assuming that obviously Kagami and Tsukasa are doing this. They are somehow watching Takuji. Yeah, but I really don't understand what this is. Something in her hands in rut all year long. Oh, wait, maybe I could make a little bit of sense of this. Maybe Tsukasa likes us, so Kagami hates us because of the fact that we don't give Tsukasa, well, not really sexual satisfaction. That's really, really bluntly and brutally putting it, and in an exaggerated way as well. Maybe more just, or more just satisfaction in general. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual. I don't know. I have no idea what this could be. But yeah, that is weird. Yeah. But that's interesting to think about the fact that he thinks someone who's the same as Otonashi Ayana implies an enemy, even after everything that went on with Riruru. I don't understand this at all. He's totally delusional, sure. How can you think something like this and then think this? The next 2 lines down. But isn't it interesting to think about the fact that there are thoughts that are genuinely being declined to us? We ourselves are not allowed to view our own thoughts just because of the fact that, I don't know, maybe Ayana Riruru feels as if the thoughts we have could potentially be detrimental to this whole story somehow. But then again, I mean, okay, it does kind of make sense, I suppose, because there is something that we've known, but then we've totally forgotten it, and then now we're in search of that same truth that we once knew. That's so weird. I decided to check the Sawayaka message board from the computer at my house. Yeah, until now, I always felt like doing this went against my mother's will. So I never did anything like this in my house. Yeah, reasonable. But now it's different. Yeah, I suppose because of the fact that... Yeah, I mean, that's obviously what he perceives, so of course. This doesn't go against my mother's will. It was all planned by my mother before she died. Everything is pre-established harmony. Yeah. All events appear to be independent and mutually unrelated to each other. I really do wonder what this is on her head. And they truly are. Yeah, oh yeah, I like that, yeah. My mother's will is materialised in this world as both the force and the effect. Yeah, I like that. I'm kind of thinking of the Newton's third law related stuff that we looked at before. I mean, it's just an action, and then it's the reaction as well. I suppose it's the action of, obviously, the will, and the action of Takuji taking what the will wanted into action, and then obviously the reaction is the result that occurs from the action of the will, I suppose. It's an infinitely small, simple, indivisible substance, and an infinite number of them to make up the world. Yeah, fair, yeah. The effect of my mother's will is representation, and there is both a dark side and a light side to that representation. Those things that are represented by the dark side of my mother's will are physical. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, the light side of the representation of my mother's will is mental or spiritual. The transition between the light and dark sides of my mother's will is continuous. That's the important part. Each piece of my mother's will is a windowless monad that doesn't interact with any of the others, but the clarity of each one illuminates the universe. Just like two synchronized clocks. It's pre-established harmony, established by my mother at the time of the world's creation. The world advances in accordance with my mother's program. Yeah, therefore my mother knows everything in the world. My mother knew everything. Of course, she also knew everything about me. That I only pretended to be diligent when I was in the house. That I was disgusting when I wasn't at home. Yeah, God, yeah. I can see what he means. Even though she knew, she acted as if she didn't. I was a diligent child at home. That's how I acted. I didn't think she noticed. No, reasonable. Yeah, I mean, God, I just find that so funny. I mean, you always have a difference between how you interact at home and at school, and yet at the same, or just anywhere out of home. And I love that with Takuji, it's just there is no difference, because no matter what happens, your mum will be able to watch you. That's what he feels. That's the idea that Ayana has planted into his head. I never brought anything vulgar into the house. Yeah, I didn't bring anything perverted into the house. I didn't masturbate in the house. Yep, but when I wasn't at home, I was vulgarity itself. I did nothing but masturbate in my secret base. Right. He is so insecure, by the way. I mean, obviously you read this thought and it's hard not to laugh. But at the same time, it's really sad as well. He has nothing going on in his life. So little that this is the only thing that he can enjoy, really. God. Eat, sleep. Oh, God. Eat, sleep, masturbate, repeat. In my newest base, I even... Oh, God! It's all coming together. In my newest base, I even had internet. Yeah, right. That's all I would ever do in a day. Dude, how many viruses from porn does Takuji's computer have? Genuine question. My mother knew. She knew everything. Every time I was on the internet, I was downloading pornographic movies or pictures. Jesus Christ, this guy is so sad. Yeah, you are filth. I totally agree. I was filth. It was all predetermined. What? Oh my god, this is just so sick that it's funny. Are you okay? I mean, okay, having sex is one thing, but yeah, I think that just makes it so much worse. Oh, Jesus Christ. And him not even doing it, I mean, for most normal people, this is a traumatic experience that changes their lives. And you're just imagining it. I mean, how disgusting is that? You can so tell he's just totally saying everything about his kinks. I mean, my god. Like, I mean, I don't fucking care. It's just always when people talk about stuff like this, they always just go overly specific for no reason. Oh god. Right. My mother knew everything. That too was predetermined. Oh my god. What? It's a challenge. It's a challenge that your mother made you overcome. Oh my god. Now I understand. That wasn't even my will. Why would your mother want you to get into a porn addiction? Come on. So then, what was it all for? Yeah, good question. The reason why I masturbated so much. The reason I can't. There should be a reason. It's because you have a fucking porn addiction. Come on. What else is it? Jesus Christ, man. I was expecting... I mean, this is Subarashiki Hibi. Things are going to be a bit concerning, but that concerning? I mean, really? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I hate that I found something that's actually related to plot value. Yeah, this is... Isn't it interesting that even though the bullies made him, let's be honest, experience an event that I wouldn't be surprised if the event was a really traumatic event. It was awful. I mean, the things that were being done to Takuji, I mean, he was being used as a toy, as an object, in the most disgusting possible way, and he was dressed as a girl for most of that as well, and that's the most sick thing. I mean, the fact that he's had an experience as disgusting as that. I mean, my god. I would not want to live if I had something like that happen to me. I really wouldn't. But, yeah, even though it's probably something that's ruined his life and the next year of his life, he now doesn't even think that badly on it, and he can just casually reflect on it. But at the same time, he even gets off to things that he's done on a occasion like that. It just surprises me so much. Jesus Christ, Takuji. Takuji is... He is the definition of a teenager. Oh my god, I'm trying to... This really sounds like Toho 8 Stage 4 theme. I don't know. It's just that melodical pattern that the notes are going through. Or, I mean, obviously, I spent years telling you how many Toho themes this sounds like that. This progression of the slightly higher pitch notes, the... Yeah, that. Yeah, but that is reasonable. Yeah, but isn't it interesting, that level of understanding and just Takuji totally making it so that everything has changed? By the way, isn't it interesting to think about the fact that Takuji's mother is objectively alive, and yet it really is as if Takuji is just totally treating the mother as dead. I really wonder what would happen if Takuji actually spoke to his mother. I really do. Yeah, pre-established harmony, that's interesting. Yeah, so the... Oh, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah. So all of the events are independent and mutually unrelated, and they genuinely are, but at the same time, they all have the pre-established harmony which they are going to, and they are making a journey that's its fated destination. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. It really reminds me of atoms. It's as if the mother's will, just the Takuji, has the same importance as atoms. I mean, they are the things that, without them, he wouldn't only be the person he would be today, he wouldn't exist. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. Yeah, interesting that it's simple and indivisible. Yeah. I like the sort of analogy where you take something abstract and then you try to make it as if it's an object. Yeah. It's really ambiguous, that. I mean... Yeah, I really like this dark and light side, yeah. I mean, obviously the dark side of the mother's will implies obvious and impending doom in terms of death and in terms of the world ending, but at the same time, isn't it interesting, because this really shows how selfish Takuji is. It really shows that his world is him only. All other people are just additional details, because the light side of his world is mental and spiritual, because he will become the savior. What about for anybody else living on this same planet? They are going to die. Some of them may want to die, sure, but that's only a small portion of the population. That is interesting. It's as if the dark is just never-endingly becoming more and more lighter. I suppose the spiritual parts are beginning. They began when Takuji realised he was the saviour, I suppose, if you analyse it like this. I see that, and I suppose in the way it's a clock. In the way it's similar to a clock. I suppose. What is a monad? Alright, so it's a philosophical term. Oh, that's odd. Oh, right, no. So, a single unit, the number 1 is the philosophical meaning for it, but it also means an indivisible and hence ultimately simple entity, such as an atom or a person. Yeah, that does make sense. That kind of fits with what we've been told as well. I suppose it's windowless because it's not open to everyone to discover. Only the people who have true potential, like Takuji, will be able to discover it. Suppose? Yeah, it is interesting that the world implies that it's his world. It's not the actual world. I suppose I can definitely see why they're indivisible, simple, abstract entities that are infinite, really, because they are... Well, I just said it, they're abstract. They can't be divided. How do you divide emotions? I mean, to be fair, obviously, how? That's a real question open to interpretation. An example I have is for example, let's say you have a big task. You divide the workload so that you kind of divide... No, I don't know. No, actually, I don't think you could say that. Because obviously, if there was one person, then they would feel really burnt out, but just because of the fact that there's going to be a high workload and yet 2 people doesn't necessarily mean one person may not still be overwhelmed. So that's not really accurate. I was thinking you could maybe divide emotions along with that, but no, that's just bullshit, to be honest. Yeah, that's interesting. It illuminates the universe. But isn't it interesting, by the way, I think something's been staring us in the face, just how much Takuji is thinking about his mother, how much he is praising his mother, how much he is constantly justifying the belief that the mother is at the top. I mean, he always had the feeling that he was abused, and yet at the same time, because of the fact that he felt the abuse was done in hope of him having a good life, and obviously the mother also having good sides and lovely sides to her sometimes. I think that definitely shows that he already appreciated his mum, so now it's as if the thought is being implanted into his head by Ayana, if you ask me. I mean, I just don't understand why he would spend so much time continuously justifying something that he has already spent loads of time justifying. I'm scared what anything perverted implies. Please don't tell me yes. Okay, to be fair, he did talk about on their holes. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. I don't know if he has adult store products. Jesus Christ. If he does, that is so sad. Jesus, it's so unhinged. So unbelievable, this conversation. But I just find it interesting to think about the fact that it wasn't even his will for him to make a move that he would do every single day. I don't understand who apart from him would want that decision. It's interesting that he's really alienating himself from all of his decisions because of the fact that, well, from all of the things that he's done, because of the fact that his mum has been responsible for so many things. And I find that odd. I really do.
まだまだわからないことは多い。まだまだ謎なことは多い。
There are still many things I don't understand. Yeah, there are still many riddles to solve.
僕が母の意志を完全に理解し、神の意志を完全に理解するまで、もう少し時間がかかりそうだ。
It looks like it will take a little longer for me to comprehend my mother's will, to completely comprehend God's will. I do wonder what the reason was. If there was a reason, maybe he's just trying to find a needle in the haystack, even though there isn't a needle in the haystack. I checked my computer, whether it was sending the curse mail to those three every hour. Yeah, whether the countdown messages were being sent to all the others. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's probably going to have so much fun looking at the effects of his nightmare. Related schemes and what they were talking about on the underground message board. Because let's be honest, at the moment he is just quite literally trolling. And then he will start the conspiracy. Oh yeah, Yuki. Yeah, there was a new registration awaiting approval in the Sayaka message board secretariat's email. I'm surprised that you can view the secretariat's email. What is this name? The registration had a rather ridiculous name.
柴田勝家会員 ID 焼き内パスワードは静岡だけスーサイド
Yeah. The name is Shibata Katsuya. The login is Yakiuchi. And the password is C. Why not she? I don't know. Shizuga dake suicide.
低俗な女だ。
How the fuck? I mean,
どう考えても。
I think it's really quite coincidental. I mean, I think firstly, it's very hard to tell whether this is actually Yuki. I mean, I think it's just a coincidence that he's right. Yeah, but it all fits if it's Yuki. It really does. Especially because of the fact that Yuki was asking for the phone yesterday. For the link to the underground message board so that she could register. What a vulgar woman. The only one who would do something so ridiculous is Minakami Yuki. Yeah, totally. Yeah, she doesn't have any fear at all. 495 years old. Wait, hang on a second. Is it 495? That's a funny Toho reference if it is. Earlier, she seemed really interested when she was asking Yokoyama Kiyoshi about this site. Exactly, yeah.
好きにすればいいさ。でも、ここに登録するということは。
Go ahead then. But registering on this site means
君も高島さんからの呪いのメールを受け取るということになるんだよ。
reasonable, yeah.
それに君は耐えられるのかな?
You too will receive Takashima-san's curse mail. Can you endure it?
ほら、見てごらんよ。北高爽やか掲示板はもうこんなにパニックになっている。
God, yeah. Look, the rest of the board is already panicking.
みんな恐れおののいているじゃないか。
They're all shaking in fear. Yeah, totally. Hang on a second, I just want to see something. To be honest, I'm just a bit confused on Takuji's motive for all of these things. I mean, obviously he finds it enjoyable and he finds it fun to think about the fact that he is the one who is the savior and he's totally bowing. Well, everybody else has to bow down to him because of how superior he is to all of them. But at the same time, I mean, obviously he's doing it because he's encouraged by the behavior of Zakuro. I mean, that much just makes sense. I suppose obviously you could think about Ayana. That's an easy way out of the problem. Just think Ayana is the one who was making it so that this ideal was encouraged by us. Because I think that is genuinely quite a bit. That's quite a bit of the case. But, yeah, it's also just because, well, I suppose... I forgot what I was going to say, actually. I mean, to be honest, I suppose whenever the incident happens here, he wants people to gain awareness. And, for example, what he was doing in that Messiah speech that we probably will see soon, and where he went totally mental, totally beating up people in the class like Kagami and the class rep and even the teacher he hit and made unconscious. Yeah, I mean, it's just insane how far he will go in order to make his message heard. And in order to make it so that people bow down to him as the saviour. But, I mean, it's just quite unusual to tell why he would want to do this. But at the same time, I suppose he views these people as smaller people. And he just wants to rule over them, really, as the saviour. Person humans bow down to. I'll pay attention to his motive, because I'm just a bit confused about it. I've got something weird. Scary. The thread kept getting on longer. There were still a lot of people trolling, but the truth is, even they were starting to get scared. Yeah, no, but it's all because of stuff like this. It's because of this. There is no need for a motive, potentially. Maybe the motive is just because of the fact that somebody delirious wants to laugh on people who are clueless and people who haven't reached the same level of enlightenment he has. You can't fool me. I can see your fear clear as day. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, and this is why. This is the worst thing about the delirium, because the arguments, they have so much weight. I don't disagree whatsoever with this. I really don't. Yeah, totally. After all, I've lived my life in fear. He has lived his life bullied. Well, with traumatic experience, abused, of course he has. I don't know. I mean, it could be the case, or he could be twisting it. I mean, how does that apply to every single person as well? That's a good thing to think about. I know better than everyone that they're just making jokes to hide their fear. They do, yeah, all of them do. Even though the events are all separate, they look as if they're connected. Yeah. Totally, yeah, fear overtakes. Fear overtakes them. Yeah, nobody can reason it out. One person smokes LSD and falls off a building. Obviously, that's the end of the world conspiracy, just dulling people's senses of what is natural. Maybe there's some sort of weird supernatural connection, and then 3 people kill themselves. Yeah. And then loads of weird conspiracies happen. Forever takes them. I love that he's talking about human beings. Gotta love cannibalism. These 2 look extremely delicious. Oh yeah, funny that. Yeah, seeing the shitheads who were totally bullying Zakudo and being absolutely horrible just completely have revenge taken on them. This is the one thing that I can agree with Takuji on, that it's satisfying. It's satisfying, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's right, because you are fighting fire with fire. But at the same time, I mean, they were using their real names even though it's an anonymous site. You fucking idiots. And they both insisted that the messages were being sent from Takashima-san's phone. Fucking idiot part 2. Haha, yeah. They insisted that the messages were Takashima Zakudo's curse. Seriously, yeah. Don't tell me that you're losing your heads already. And Tachibana Kimika, she's doing great. Oh, I see. Yeah. I don't blame her. I mean, it's guilt. It is totally guilt-ridden. It's interesting that it's so easy to tell by the way that these people post, and obviously Takuji is a smart guy, so it's easy to tell that it's easy to tell who is who. She insisted that this was Takashima-san's curse. That all humans will die from Takashima's curse. Oh. Yeah, totally. Yeah, when I investigated, I realised that she really was the one doing almost all the work, scaring people. But I suppose then there's just the added conspiracy of the, the messages. But, the coincidence, the coincidental nature of all of the events. What is this TXT file, by the way? And what are all of these folders? And what is this? Who has a mini picture of a desktop PC in the top left of their computer? It's so weird. She started the thread too. Yeah, fair. She could post as much as she wanted for all I cared, since it's all anonymous, but why is that? I felt a bit uneasy about Tachibana Kimika. Why is she riling people up? That's unusual, yeah. Is it because of her own fear? It makes sense as to why they would conspire, but what would make Kimika want to conspire? Why would people want to fear Zakudo's death, though? I really don't understand. Maybe it's as if Kimika has realised how shit of a human being she was to Zakudo, so as a result of that, she is maybe trying to redeem herself by making people fearful of her? I mean, come on, what? What is the logic in that? To be fair, then you could ask the question. No, I think what Kimika did was very logical, and why she did her actions is something I can understand. It's just, obviously, it's a shit thing to do. But something seemed amiss. I thought I said aimless. amiss.
もういいか。こちらには好都合なのだから。
Reasonable,
とりあえず
yeah.
放っておけばいい。
I hope we see a conversation with her soon. Well, whatever. I might as well leave her alone since she's helping me. Now there was nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And forthwith Jesus gave them leave. The unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. There were about 2,000, and were choked in the sea. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally see that. Yeah, they're just like pigs. They'll run down a steep place into the sea and be choked by water. Yeah, totally. Yeah, just like that. They grow fearful as they head toward destruction.
それにしても
But still. Maybe I should have expected this, since she's a teacher, but Senagawa doesn't seem upset so far, and she hasn't posted on the message board at all. Oh, she is upset. Oh my god. The amount of guilt. I just find it so ironic that, I mean, obviously Yuki never knew about the fact that Senagawa could possibly have some guilt. She actually had to investigate using her phone in order to find out, and obviously find out whether she was having messages or not. Because, I mean, she wouldn't kill herself just because a student has killed herself. But to be fair, she could have killed herself for the incompetence. But I'm sorry, if somebody covers up an accident that much, either they have a severe change of heart or it isn't a possibility. I think that's more likely. Maybe I should have expected this since she's a teacher, but Senagawa doesn't seem upset so far, and she hasn't posted on the message board at all. No way. No, I'm sorry, but there is no way she would have died. Ironically, in one of the same ways that Zakudor, let's be honest, one of the ways that Zakudor could have died. Yeah, it's just really emphasizing the fact that her incompetence has led to a situation that could have potentially caused death for Zakudor. I mean, she was in the hospital for a really considerable amount of time. And that's the better outcome of the scenario. That's saying something. Or maybe it has nothing to do with her being a teacher and she's just that strong-willed. Yeah, totally, yeah. To be fair, I don't really know if it's a crime. I don't know much about the law, but at the same time, it's definitely not. It's a shitty thing to do, but I don't know if it's a crime. But to be fair, though, I mean, she is a teacher. She has responsibility. If she deliberately misses that responsibility because she can't be bothered, because let's be honest, that was what was happening. Actually, no, maybe it could have been a genuine mistake, but I'm sorry. How would people like Megu and Satoko, especially because of the fact that they know Tsubasa? I mean, how would they not have a reputation? I don't understand. Admitting her fear would be the same as admitting her crime. So she tells herself that was just an accident. Yeah, very, very uncompassionately. Emotionlessly. It's not like I had a hand in Takashima Zakudor's bullying. She must be silently enduring her fear since she wants to believe herself innocent. Yeah, totally.
そういう態度僕は嫌いだな
I hate her attitude.
自らの非を認めなければ
Reasonable, yeah.
成長は見込めないじゃないか
Yeah. Well, Takuji, that's a really nice thing to say. Now learn from it! Yeah, stop masturbating every day. Get a job or just, I don't know, do schoolwork or just do something with your life. Please, just stop. Stop using all of your time to masturbate, please. Okay, to be fair, I'm being a bit of a dick here. I mean, it's his life, it's his choice. I can't really impose what I think he should do on him. I hate it when people do that. They impose what they think is the best idea just because they think it will benefit you the most. Like, no, I'll decide what benefits me the most. You will not. Sometimes, to be fair, it is a good thing to do, but rarely.
罰を与えてやってもいいが
Yeah, I should punish this woman. Maybe I should make her a sacrifice. Yeah, my first ritual. That's interesting to think about the fact that now it's as if he feels he has to do rituals to become the savior. It's just a delirious idea that is getting more and more insane.
そろそろ救世主の必要な時
Yeah, soon the world will require a savior.
救世主の誕生には生贄が必要だ
Yeah, I can kind of see that. A sacrifice is necessary for the birth of the savior.
いや事件と言ってもいい
God. I suppose I should call it an accident.
神の子である証明のためと言ってもいい
Or perhaps proof that I am the son of God.
牧者ども起きしこと見るや逃げ行きて町にも村にも
Yep. And they that fed the swine fled and told it in the city and in the country, and then it all spreads.
誇りしことを見んとて
Yeah.
見出てイエスのもとに来た悪霊の離れし人の衣服をつけ心も確かにてイエスの足元にいましておるのを
This makes so much more sense now,
恐れ
yeah.
あえる
And they went out to see what it was that was done, and they came to Jesus and see him that and see him that was possessed with the devil, and they had the legion sitting and clothed. And in his right mind, they were afraid. Yeah, but that is actually really interesting because, I mean, I suppose it's interesting that Takuji feels being possessed with the devil is something that can be applied to him. Maybe he does actually feel as if, I don't really know, it's kind of hard to say, as if this is something that is really deteriorating his mental health and obviously his sanity as well. Yeah, and they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. Yeah, that's right. Christ became their saviour by showing the people several miracles. Yeah, in order for me to become the true saviour, I must too show the people several miracles. For that, a sacrifice is necessary. Yeah. A sacrifice in order to cause a miracle. Just like the pigs jumping into the ocean. Sacrifice is necessary.
救世主としてまた新たなる一日が始まるんだ
Yep, somebody's losing it. Another day begins for the saviour. It begins. Here we go. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I forgot about that. I really wonder. Yeah, this is a good time, I think, to see. Just get more on the motive of Takuji. It's making more and more sense, though. The more I'm reading this, which is nice. They do look as if they're connected. Fear makes it so that people lose their judgment. Boom. Yeah. Hmm. I really wonder why Kimika is trying to stir up information regarding the incident, though. I mean, obviously Kimika helps Takuji in the end, and she becomes a really quite... well, somebody with a lot of potential to commit murder. Let's just say that. I will never understand why she had a really, really bright beam, but also a knife. I mean, especially after seeing Megu and Satoko bully obviously, Kimika, but also Zakuro. It's just really quite surprising to think about the fact that she would be the type of person to do something like that. I mean, obviously she's got a lack of... well, she's got a lack of respect for other people, obviously. And she will put herself before others, but I never really would have thought she would have gone that far. I actually kind of want to try reinterpreting this. Why not? The devils may enter into them, implying that... well, I don't know, I suppose you could potentially metaphorically view the devil as a personification of really, really naive feelings and scared feelings. A lack of knowledge, maybe that will cause people to do actions that are similar to the devil. I just find it so odd that we haven't seen a single indication of Hasaki's existence yet. I mean, what is happening to Hasaki? Seriously. I don't understand. Isn't it funny that Senagawa's death, it could be considered all three of these things. It could obviously be considered a sacrifice from Takuji's point of view, proof that people are going to agree to the fact that Takuji is, rather than some delusional madman, the saviour that is somehow going to get everybody out of this trouble. And obviously could be considered an accident by people around. So I suppose obviously people who are very vulnerable flee, and well, they don't really flee, they cower in fear and they tell everyone else about it, because obviously things that are scary, they spread. Yeah, and I suppose then other people will come and they will be knowledgeable about what's happening just because of pure curiosity. But then obviously Takuji will be seen as convincing towards all people that come, so yeah. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, the miracle was the pigs jumping into the ocean. Right, I never realised that. Isn't it interesting also the fact that the analogies that Takuji uses and just the way of thinking, they're using more traditional and more disciplined related analogies here. I really do wonder if that's just a connection to the fact that he feels he's in his house and he feels he's just locked up in his room, and the reason why he feels as if he can use more disciplined and more mature analogies is because he just does it on instinct, because of the fact that he's in his house and this is the place where his mum was. I don't know though. I don't know. I can post a new message on Takashima-san's cell phone. Yeah, it was a prophecy from Takashima-san. No, for them, it would surely be a curse. Well, it all depends on how you want to interpret it, to be honest, yeah. God, yeah. No subject, of course. Yeah, blood will pour from the head. Blood will pour from another head. Blood will flow. Blood will flow again today. Their head will be covered in blood. I wonder what will happen with the blood. Isn't it interesting to think about the fact that Takuji feels he's the savior? He feels like it's 100% destined that his plan will work. So much so that he makes a prophecy like this on Zakudo's phone. Because who would ever suspect the connection? Hang on a second, that's actually really quite interesting. I do wonder what another head refers to. Maybe Kimika could have given Yuki an injury which could have then made, I don't know, blood pour from her head? It's hard to tell. A prophecy from Takashima-san. For them, a curse. Yeah, totally. But to me, it was something different. Agreed. Yeah. It was the first step in securing Senagawa as a sacrifice. In other words, the first step to converting himself to a sick killer. I have to do it myself. That woman will bleed. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get that obviously he was the person that... He has no loyalty whatsoever. I mean, he feels as if... I mean, obviously Zakudo... No, isn't that interesting to think that he is so delusional now that the original intention he had just to grieve and care about Zakudo was the fact that obviously they were potential lovers. They weren't even lovers, they were potential lovers. But it's just interesting that now it's as if he's using... Well, him as the saviour, he's using all of his feelings of compassion and obviously desire that's never been met and regret as well. He's using all of those just to base a target on. He's not doing this out of love or revenge for Zakudo. He's entirely doing this to benefit himself as a means of satisfying never-ending self-interest. It's weird. She will bleed as a symbol so that they will know she was a sacrifice. Yeah. That will be the moment of the Saviour's birth. Now then I should go to school. Yeah, now then, I should go to school. Yep, and commit murder. So disgusting, I mean... Why do I go to school? Oh, to commit murder. Fucking hell. It's awful, I mean... There is no mercy, and... I mean, obviously it kind of makes sense because he's the saviour, the quote-unquote saviour, but there is no trace of any human morals left. I entered the classroom. Not silently through the back door... But boldly. Yeah, no. Total change of heart. I wonder what's going to happen. Here we go. Messiah time. Huh? This is going to be interesting. Numada and Nishimura were looking at me. Huh? Yeah, isn't that funny? I'll bet you so many people have heard about everything that's happened with regards to Takuji and Yuki. They both looked away when we met eyes. Yeah, totally. Yeah, are they afraid of me? Am I that scary now? And he loves it, I'll bet you anything. Yeah, look at that dramatic increase in strength. I will never believe somebody that physically unwell will have strength related, well, strength that's similar to the strength Takuji has. No way. It's obviously Riruru's intervention. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I looked for Yuki. Oh, I see. Yeah, probably just because of the ridiculous humiliation. That bastard Yuki. I guess he didn't come to school today. Well, I can't blame him after yesterday. Yeah, that's probably the reason those two were afraid of me too. Yeah. I can understand why they would be afraid of me after I beat up Yuki that badly. But... oh, that's interesting. For some reason, there were other people who looked like they were afraid of me. Why? Maybe that story's gone around the entire school. Or maybe it's just because it's ridiculous change in heart. Do the rest of them know what happened to Yuki too? I think that's the most reasonable. Because not many people know the fact that he is the saviour yet. It's all just a plot that he is gradually... well, he's set the foundations for, now he's actually going to try and build something off those foundations, really. Well, who cares? Sat at my desk. It was in the back row. Oh yeah, that could be handy. From here I could see everyone else in the class. Oh, that's right. Why didn't I notice before? There's no one behind me. That's unbelievable. I'm hardly ever in the classroom, and I'm always sweating in fear when I am, so I never noticed before. But still, unlike yesterday, no one was talking about Takashima-san or the end of the world. It sounded like they were just casually chatting. Oh god. Yeah, so he's going to do his massive speech to completely end any notion of peace. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. It's as if it's a distraction from the fear. That's the only reason they're talking safely and obviously in a civilized manner. Of course, it only looked like that on the outside. When I looked more closely, a lot of the people in the classroom were acting differently. Yeah, strange conversations, strange smiles. Isn't that interesting just how much paranoia he has about a potential person being behind him? Takuji really is just he is just the embodiment of a person who has been really, really creeped out, but now he is exerting that same fear back onto everybody here. Strange conversations. Strange smiles. Oh, yeah, funny that, yeah. Yeah, most of them were the people registered on the underground message board. Fuck off. The people who aren't registered thought of that as old news. Oh god, that's boring. Yeah, you're so right. Oh my god. Oh no, can you not see my cursor? Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. Yep. Sounds just as boring as Takuji put it. I hate talk like that, I really do. So fucking uninteresting. Yeah, it's actually really quite funny to think about the fact that these people here, they think of everything that's occurring as old news. And it's just really funny that, because I suppose that's the premise of news, really. Just get everybody's interest as quick as possible, make a story that's as memorable as possible, because if it's not particularly memorable like it is here, I mean, it will just become redundant and it will fade. I mean, if you clearly know it's a conspiracy, and if you know it's just somebody who is intending to have, well, intending to stir everybody up, if you know that, of course, I can see that. Yeah, so... Oh, yeah, totally, yeah, but Takashima-san was the only thing on the minds of the people registered on the message board. Yeah. The curse mail came from Takashima-san every morning. Yeah, the countdown until the end of the world. Just look, he's as pale as a ghost. Fucking hell. I love that. Oh my god, that really feels like stuff we do at our school. Everybody would always find the best ways to hide their phone. To be honest, I feel like I had the best way. I remember when in the classes that weren't actually graded, we had no exams for, I just get my phone and then I would put it in my pencil case, and whenever the teacher would come, or whenever the teacher would be close to coming, I'd just zip up my pencil case. Yeah, there's nothing inside my pencil case. I didn't get caught once. I was watching Twitch. I remember watching Toho. Oh my god, this is so sad. But that's what you do if you don't want your phone to get caught. You need a proper big pencil case, and you need one that's not see-through. Sorry, yeah, that's not see-through for this to work though. Oh god, that's interesting. Yeah, normally she would be smiling and sending messages to her friends or maybe her boyfriend. But look at her expression. God. What a reflection of modern society. Her face is drained of colour and she's intently focused on her phone. What a tragedy. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. To be fair, maybe it isn't the conspiracy with regards to Takashima, but I think that's very unlikely. Why would somebody be looking at their phone so intently with such a pale face? It's not hard to figure any of them out. Yeah. Proper addicts. But no, I don't blame them. If there is something worrying you, you check it every single minute of every single day. I totally get that feeling. I remember when I used to have Discord drama. Yeah, that'd be me. As I watched them, they kept checking their phones, one after the other. God. Oh god, yeah, is it the curse of Takashima? Yeah, alright, it should arrive pretty soon. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. That's probably when he's going to then do his speech. The time is set to just before class starts. Silence reigned throughout the classroom. To be honest, I get that what Takuji is doing is horrible, but I can't deny that it's actually really cool to read about. Silent rain throughout the classroom. What is that? Where's the music? Oh. This is such a horrible sound effect. Why? The sound of vibrating phones echoed in the room. Well, okay, so at least oh my god, oh wait, no, I forgot she's dead. But Zakuro's ghost, this is your time to masturbate. Let's be honest, this is when she would do it. The sound increased as more and more phones started vibrating. See, this is why people want to remove phones from schools. Jesus Christ. The owner's face grew pale every time. God, and isn't it interesting just seeing how much of an easy implication of fear this is? God. Yeah, no, they're totally interrupting every conversation that's being had, and that is becoming the focus of the conversation. Oh, sorry. I got a message. Oh, me too. Why? Are you guys on a mailing list or something? Yes! Yes. But whose voice is that? Oh fuck, I forgot whose voice that was. Oh, it sounds familiar, whatever it is. Maybe Tsukasa? No, it can't be Tsukasa. I find it funny that Megu and Tsukasa, they have opposite personalities entirely, and yet they're the same voice actor. Oh my fucking god, it's so familiar. I hate that I don't know. No, I'm sorry, it's gotta be Tsukasa. Isn't it interesting with Hasaki's photo, by the way? Just how direct and damaged and, well, poker face like she looks. No, that's not it. Sorry. Yeah. There are quite a few registered people in this class. Totally, yeah. It was sent from my computer via Takashima-san's phone to all of them simultaneously. Yeah. The colour drained from the faces of all of the people who knew what that sound meant. Oh my god, yeah, and all of the rest were just confused. Yeah, there's just the people that are very, very scared, and they are completely terrified about not only the fates of them, but also what's happening with Zakuro, but also what's happening in general, really. They're in the dark about everything, and there's no way of telling. What a contrast. Oh no, that's... But I already got this one this morning. What is it? Why are you all getting messages at the same time? Oh, it's nothing. No way, this is... Jesus, yeah, this is really affecting people. What's wrong? Sounds like Kagami. Jesus. Shut up, it has nothing to do with you. Huh? Oh, well, sorry. No, it's fine, but... How pitiful. You're overreacting, surely. Dude, a dead person is literally sending a message on their phone that potentially implies impending doom. There has been a connection of well, something that appears to be a connection of deaths. And yet, you're thinking it's odd that people were overreacting. This is the worst thing, yeah, nothing has happened just yet. I mean, my god, if nothing has happened, and yet, if quote unquote nothing has happened, and yet this is how they're reacting, I mean, just wait until Takuji goes mad. Wonder what's gonna happen then. What does this mean? What is this? This is different from the ones before. God, yeah, I feel bad for these people, and let's be honest, Takuji is enjoying this. He's doing as much as he can to stir up as much hatred as possible and as much confusion and despair, and it's horrible, it really is, but at the same time, I mean, he just feels inclined to do it. I hate this. I had nothing to do with her. I had nothing to do with her. This is just a prank, right? It has to be. Exactly. Well, to be fair, Takuji would, but at the same time, he's too deluded to realise that this is not complete nonsense. Yeah. I just find it so funny that the culprit's in the room. This has to be one of Takashima-san's pictures, and one of the girls from the other class said that this was Takashima-san's email address. Oh yeah, no, I completely forgot about the fact that the picture of all of them suiciding and their dead bodies was on there as well. I can see why people would all grow so scared as a result of it. Oh, I see. So they're in the other class. Oh, yeah. No, of course. Yeah. Because they're in Zakudou's class. Yeah, the girls in the other class. Are you talking about Akasaka Megu and Kitami Satoko? Can't stand this. Why am I getting these messages? Why would she send this message to me? Yep, exactly. And isn't it just really funny to think about the fact that one person can cause this many people to be stressed? It really is just... I mean, it's obviously when you put it in theory it works, but you see the true weight of it when things like this happen. You really do. Yeah, they should. I heard that they stop if you change your email address. No, I heard that they start coming again after a few days. Changing their email, huh? Just depends on whether they're registered on the site or not. It only targets people who are on the site. Changing their email, huh? It's true, if they change that, the messages would stop. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously Takuji, he isn't super advanced in terms of how he has sent the mail, no. It's something that seems, and obviously with Takuji, it seems so divine and so... Well, I mean, obviously Takuji's circumstances are very, very... Well, they're very, very lacking in terms of normality, but at the same time, it's just quite surprising how normal and how realistic and how human all of this stuff around him that he's doing is. And the reactions as well. It was that easy to stop the curse mail. But if they changed their email address on their registration, it would be completely pointless. Exactly, yeah. yeah. Like Takuji said, idiot. I find it funny that there are so many logs for the site that... Oh my god, I can't use the word log at the moment. Fucking logarithms. Oh god. Okay, to be fair, I don't think you can ever say logs are bad until you begin doing differential equations. I'm dreading that next year. Anyway, yeah, in the logs, they must be really accurate if he even gets logs for stuff like this. Some idiot changed his registration after getting a new email address. I mean, what is the logic in that? What? They took the time to tell the Sawayaka message board secretariats about the change. That's so dumb. That makes no sense. And of course, once they did that, their new email address started getting the curse mail too. By the way, probably a question I should have asked. Who is the secretariat? Who is Takuji working with? I mean, it's obviously somebody online. I wonder if it's someone significant or not. That idiot posted about it on the underground message board. Dude, oh my god, what is the logic? To be fair, I mean, if we're dealing with people with IQs that are this low, yeah, or just this amount of technological illiteracy, of course rumours like these are going to very easily spread. Even if you change your email address, the curse mail will follow you. Of course, there were people who stayed calmed and denied it, but there were so many more people in a panic that the reasonable opinions were ignored. Yeah, no, reasonable. Now they're saying apparently, once you get the curse mail, it will follow you forever. Oh yeah, totally, yeah. As the person sending the messages, it was kind of pathetic how they prefaced that statement with, apparently, the rumours seem to change every day. Oh yeah, that kind of links in with what we were thinking before. Yeah, about the people just... Some people not even informed with what's happening, not interested whatsoever. I couldn't even keep track of all the rumours anymore. That's the funny thing, when you make a conspiracy, it's all down to human interpretation and the word of mouth of the story. That determines how big a rumour is going to be, it really does. I couldn't even keep track of all the rumours anymore. Oh my fucking god, that's insane. Oh god, these people. Some people are like Takuji, they are trying to just have a laugh. I don't know what Kimika's doing though, I don't like it. I really don't. Soon they were saying that the curse mail would follow you even if you change your email address. And if you throw your phone away, she will leave the messages on your home phone's answering machine instead. It's impossible. Yep. They have been, yeah. Yeah, that quote with Riruru about fear. Totally makes sense now. And isn't it interesting, being blinded by fear is actually a really big theme in these two chapters. Obviously we've got Takuji, but we've also got this. Fear really was a big... Well, it was one of the biggest aspects of getting to know Takuji, to be honest, and obviously his response to the fear. They've been blinded by their fear. This feeling. That's unusual. This sound again, echoing in my brain. I had a bad feeling. Kagami and Tsukasa from the hallway. Huh? What's this? That's odd. When I went out to the hallway, no one was there. Class hadn't started and yet no one was there. That's weird. What was that? Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's really unusual. And isn't it odd to think about Ayana and her closed sky analogy? Well, no. What am I even thinking? Why did I say closed and sky? But what I was more trying to say is it kind of reminds me of Ayana and how when we were in the underground underground base of Takuji's, we could see the end sky. It just materialized even though we were in a room with solid walls. I really do wonder if maybe in reality there is nobody there, but Takuji's just perceiving there to be loads of people. I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. I mean, isn't it interesting to think about Ayana, what she said? She said she was at the barrier. She was watching at whatever this barrier is. I don't get how we could cross it, though. What just happened? It was like I crossed a barrier into a closed space? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, has this area been altered by someone? The only person with that kind of power would be Mahou Shoujo Riruru. I turn to the classroom. Oh. Never mind, you're not the Mahou Shoujo Riruru. Oh, this is going to be very ugly. Let's just take a little break. Just reflect on how fucking insane this is. Because it really, really is. And yeah. Just totally hammer in how much everything's badly changing. Isn't that funny as well? I knew it.
やっぱりって何よ。
Knew what?
今のはお前の仕業か。
Seriously, yeah. Are you the one who just did that?
当たり前でしょ。あんた、司にまでひどいことする気でしょ。
No, but what? Of course I was. You were planning to do something awful to Tsukasa, weren't you?
司ああ、お前の妹か。
Isn't it interesting just to see the really odd and supernatural involvement that Kagami has in this story? I mean, she's clearly in opposition. I remember last time her remarking, well, one of the first times we saw her in this really odd state, the fact that we are the cause of all evil. And it was also really interesting about Tsukasa and Kagami just going constantly, Tsukasa constantly trying to pursue Takuji, constantly, I think, trying to potentially change him before the disaster occurred, trying to show that she is a friend who would listen and that she is a nice person so that maybe this could be prevented. I feel like these people knew the disaster was going to happen. I just don't really understand why they have power over everyone else. Ah yes, I'm planning to do something awful to somebody whose name I don't even remember.
そうよ。あんた、あの子まで邪悪な存在だなんて考えてる。
Yeah. That's right. You've got it in your head that she's evil too.
その言い方。ならお前は邪悪な存在ということか。
Good point. Yeah, the way you say that makes it sound like you're admitting you're evil.
そうね。作った人間が邪悪なら、作られたものも邪悪なんじゃないかしら。
That's weird. That's right. If the creator is evil, then the creation must be evil. But the only thing is I don't really understand that. I think she's the creation, but who is the creator? Is it Ayana? Well, I mean, the world ends in death and destruction every single time, and these are actual human lives that are ending. So, okay, to be fair, I don't know whether these people were real, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be referring to Ayana. Yeah, the person who created you?
それは人間なのか?
Was that a human?
さあね。人間以下の存在かもしれないけど。
Who knows? They might be lower than a human.
お前は何者だ?
Yeah, what are you? Seriously, yeah.
自分の胸に手を当ててみればいいんじゃない?
Why don't you just put your hand on your chest?
なんだと?
What did you?
何もわからないくせに。
You don't know anything.
何?
What?
何もわからないくせに分かったふりをして、あんたなんて逃げてばかりじゃない。
That's odd. You don't know anything, but you act like you know it all. You're just running away. That's interesting. I mean, he acts as if he has totally been enlightened, but let's be honest. I mean, if you look at the rabbit hole of Ayana, and if you look at the rabbit hole, obviously, Riruru as well, and if you look at the rabbit hole of everything that is going on, something less than human has been involved in the creation of Kagami. Maybe that explains why we have never seen Tsukasa and Kagami's parents. Just because of the fact that they could be illusionary, but I don't really understand why they would be. Why would they have a house if they're illusionary? Oh god, this is so odd. And also, I mean, I just find it so funny that there is so much that we haven't found. So even though we feel as if we know everything, as if we know everything that humans can't know, there is still so much that we ourselves don't know.
何も分かってない。はあ、この僕に向かって言うか。
Just running away. I don't know anything, huh? Do you think you can say that to me? Ha 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 ha! Oh my god, that's really weird to think about the fact that Firstly, Kagami views Ayana as something that is less than human, so whatever the true evil of Ayana is, we have seen it from Kagami. To be honest, she wasn't really that evil when it came to Yuki. So, I mean, she was just telling her hints that were going to help her solve the conspiracy in general. So I wonder what she has done to deserve being called evil. Yeah. Isn't it interesting that Kagami really, there is more to her than we know? Oh shit.
隠されたものを見ないようにするには一番いい方法。
Yeah, no, totally. It's the best way to avoid looking at that which has been hidden. False confidence.
何が言いたい?
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
どういうこと？それはあなたが一番知っていること。
What do I mean? You're the one that knows that best. But the only problem is it's really hidden.
なんだと?
What did you
だっ
use?
てそれはあなたが隠したものだから。
I really do wonder if Hasaki could be what Takuji is talking about. I really wonder.
僕が隠したもの?
I hid it
そう。みんなから
from
あなた
everyone.
が隠したもの。
Yes, you hid it from everyone.
あなたが全てを隠してるだけでしょ。
You're hiding everything.
黙れ!
Be quiet.
黙らないわ。黙るわけがない。
No, I won't be quiet.
なんだと? この化け物め!
What did you say, you monster?
化け物？化け物はあなたでしょ？いいえ。化け物はあなたが作り出したものでしょ？
Monster? You're the monster. No, the monster is what you've created. That's interesting. I mean, obviously, in this conspiracy and in everything that is occurring here, sure, I couldn't disagree. I couldn't agree more, but, yeah.
それは違う。
That's wrong. Yeah.
お前?
Isn't it interesting to think that where have all of the people in the class gone? That's my question. It's as if there is nobody there to witness the conversation that we're having at the moment. So I suppose that explains why we've not seen it anywhere before.
若月鏡さ
Oh,
ん。
there she is. Holy shit. She looks smug as hell. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what their relationship is. She looks like she is cowering in fear. Akatsuki Kagami-san.
あなたは
Wait, you're...
私に名前なんてつけて意味はあるの？
Is there any point in giving me a name? For some reason, Wakatsuki Kagami was silent after Otonashi said that. Why is he calling her Otonashi? It's almost like she was afraid of Otonashi. She was called Otonashi-san by Takuji before, but now it's just Otonashi. Sounds so unrealistic.
何でも説明はできる。
Yeah, anything can be explained.
どんな偶然だって説明はできる。
In this story, sure. Even a sheer coincidence has reason.
語り得るものは明晰に。
We can clearly explain anything which we can speak of.
でも、若月鏡さん。
But Wakatsuki Kagami-san,
そんなの意味がないことは、あなたの存在が一番証明しているはず。
your existence is the best proof that there's no meaning to it.
それは
That's...
答えが出たとき、すべての事実が明らかになったとき、あなたは存在しないはず。
Once the answer has been found, once it has all been made clear, you won't exist
な
anymore.
ら、今この場にある若月鏡は何？
Then what is the Wakatsuki Kagami standing here right now?
草原。草原にいるカエル。それらを照らす太陽は、私がそれらを眺めていようといまいと、同じようにそこにある。
The sun upon the back of a frog in a field of grass still exists. Regardless of whether I gaze upon it or not. True. Yeah. Oh God. Could I say the same of you?
さっきからどういうことだ。お前らだけで勝手に分かったような口ぶりで理解したふりしやがって。僕に説明しろ。
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're going on like you're the only one who knows anything. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. You're acting like you understand. And explain it to me.
そうなの？間宮君は救世主。質問なんてしなくても全てを知る人だったはずだけど。変な話。
You're the savior. You don't need to ask me since you know everything, right? It's quite a strange question. Yeah. We can clearly explain anything which we can speak of. Oh yeah, no, reasonable, yeah. It's a boring answer once you remove all of the mysteries. Boring life. But that's not everything. There are places whereof we must be silent. Yeah, I'm happy that they linked this. The boundary line is one of those places. There, worlds become words. Worlds become words. It's that kind of place.
最後まで行き着けばあなたにも見えるかもしれない。例えば若月鏡さんにも。
If you reach the end, you might be able to see it too, Wakatsuki Kagami-san.
見えないわ。
I can't see it.
私には見えるわけがない。
There's no way I could see it.
存在以前の存在が何を見ることができる？
What kind of existence before exist? That's weird. Hope to see.
存在以前が何を感じることができる？
What could I hope to feel before existence?
終着点。空へ帰る日。対の空。
The destination is the day when the world will return to the sky. End sky.
なんでお前らがそんな話を？
Why are you talking about that?
知ってるのはあなただけじゃない。
You're not the only one who
こ
knows.
の地点を知る者は別にあなた一人じゃない。
You're not the only person who knows about this point.
なんだと？
What did you say?
あるいは無限存在するすべての魂が見た風景。
Either the infinite landscape that all souls in existence have seen.
あるいはたった一つの私という魂が見
Yeah,
た
that's weird.
無限の風景。
Or the one landscape that only my soul
それ
has
はど
seen.
ちらでもなく
It's neither.
どちらでもある。
Is it both?
おとなしい。さっきから
Of course she does. She knows
わかったような
everything.
口を。
What otonashi. You keep talking as if you know something.
お前は本当は何も知らないのだろう。そうやって思わせぶりな言葉を並べて僕を煙に巻く気なだけだ。
Interesting. The truth is you don't know anything. You're just trying to obfuscate my vision with your misleading
すべて
words.
の知識と知恵を持つ僕がなんでお前の言葉を理解できない。そんなわ
Because
けが
you're
ない。
naive, even though you have all that knowledge and wisdom.
お前はデタラメを言ってるに過ぎない。
Yeah, the reason is because you're speaking nonsense.
そうだ。
Explain
昔からそういう
Kagami
やつばかり
then.
だったわけのわからない言葉ばかり使い、その実何もない。
That's right. You've always been like that. You use a bunch of confusing words, but you never say anything.
お前もそういう輩だ。何もないくせに何かあるように水増しさせてる。
Oh
覚え
yeah, I
たての
like
言葉を
that,
ただ
yeah.
つなぎ合わせているに過ぎない。
You're one of them. You're nothing, but you know how to talk big. God, you just string the words together as they come to mind.
貴様など何も分かってない。何も理解していない。頭がいいふりをしているだけだ。
You don't know anything. You don't understand anything. You're just acting like you're
それ
smart.
でいい。
That's enough.
間宮君がそれで安心なら。
If that's what you want to tell yourself. Oh, it's as if it never even happened.
授業を始めるぞ。
Either. Oh wait, God, is this the physics teacher? Wait, no, I'm just getting a bit
ほら
confused.
マミ。
すべてがならば、それも作り物かもしれない。悪魔によって
Oh
偽装
wait,
され
wait,
た
oh no, that's why it's familiar. Yeah, it's the history teacher where Takuji just goes on a completely demented chat too. Yeah, that was really quite something today. I'm gonna have a wild ride interpreting everything that has just gone on with Kagami and Ayana and also Takuji, because that seemed like a really unusual part of the story, and I think if we could try to make sense of that tomorrow, maybe we might be able to, I don't know whether we'll be able to piece the puzzle together that relates Kagami to everything, but I hope we will potentially be able to get a little bit further. I also really am looking forward just to seeing everything about Kimika. That's the part I'm most interested in at the moment, and also in general just seeing Takuji's journey and seeing fear but experienced from rather than the spectator's viewpoint, the person who has actually done its viewpoint. It was really cool. And I suppose in the beginning as well, just seeing everything about Riruru, I really do wonder how everything is going to go with Riruru from now on, because of the fact that we are obviously really finding it hard to accept Ayana, obviously, because she's really odd and she just appears to be super sophisticated. Is she actually? That's what Takuji thinks. So I can see why he'd think that, but at the same time I disagree. I think she knows exactly what she's talking about. But yeah, I will be interested to see, now that we've rejected Ayana and we've said no to her, what's going to happen to Riruru, I wonder. Yeah, it was really quite nice today. I feel like sometimes I wish there was just a little bit less content that felt it was just a little bit recycled from the other chapter. It's a blessing and yet a curse. Some content being recycled is good because you could reinterpret it, like for example the Bible related stuff, but some content, it just makes it really boring. But anyway, that's my only problem I have. So yeah, see you guys. Really hope you enjoyed.